What's up, people? It's nobody other than your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement. I'm not going to get right to it, but first I want to give a shout out to Solo and to Laker Fan Forever. They actually hit me up last night and hit me with an article about a writer named Michael Pina about stating that the Lakers should stay away from Hassan Whiteside. Now, before I even get into that, what I want to say first and foremost, I'm not going to read the whole article. It's a long article. I'm just going to dissect some of the information he put in there. He was very biased. He only focused on negative. He didn't really say too much positive. I think like 3 or 4 things he said positive about Whiteside. Now, if that was the case, if we should stay away from him, then why should Miami try to sign him? Why should Boston try to get him? Why should Portland and why should Dallas? Shouldn't these teams be thinking the same thing as well? Come on, man. I mean, come on, do some more research. All right. First, he said that getting Whiteside is going to stunt the young core's development. Mitch needs to show restraint. It's not going to stunt the young core development because, number one, the dude does not ask for the ball. The dude is what you call a utility player. All he does is play defense, block shots, and rebound. What we need, because we didn't have it, we were dead last in defense. We were dead last in just a center period. Hilbert only gave you like 5 boards and probably 1 block. He was not even, he just wasn't even there. So getting Whiteside over top of Hilbert is a good upgrade, and I definitely would go for him. And number one, he's not going to stunt the young core's development because they still can operate with Whiteside playing a utility playing role. He's not one of them guys that are going to call for the ball, okay? Then he goes on to say, he said, regardless of who we sign, the Lakers won't make the playoff, let alone championship contention. We already know that. We know we're in the rebuilding stage. We know this. At the end of the day, we got a good core with the 4. All we need is a center to build around that. Julius Randle is working on his jumpers, so that's going to be a beneficial to us, and Larry Nance as well. Julius Randle was a double-double machine last year, and by him actually being able to hit jumpers, that will give us more spacing. He does not have to hit 23-footers, 3-pointers. As long as he can hit between 15 and 20 feet, that's enough spacing for Hassan Whiteside to work in the paint. But we don't want Julius Randle becoming a more of an outside shooter, almost similar to Serge Ibaka. Because if you look at Serge Ibaka, when they decided to make him more of a outside threat or shooter, whatever you want to call it, his stats went down tremendously because Serge Ibaka was a defender. He was known for rebounding and blocking shots, and because they moved him more towards the perimeter, his stats went down tremendously, and that's the reason why he was upset. I wouldn't do the same thing with Julius Randle. I would keep him like a 10, 15-foot jump shooter, and that's good. I mean, if you want to hit a 3, depending on whatever scheme or play call they make, and he wind up being out there and he's open for it, then okay, that's cool. But I prefer him to play close to the paint and still giving Whiteside room to breathe, so it can work. Also, he said that the Lakers should make development around J.C. Russ, Ingram, and Randle as the primary goal, and paying Whiteside $95 million, and the entire concept of rebuilding goes out the window. They need leadership, experience, and mentorship. Mitch Kupchak already know that. He already came out and stated that, we definitely going to be looking for veteran players, but we're going to want players not just to be mentors towards these young guys, but also help them win games. He know that. This is the main reason why they're trying so hard to get Kevin Durant. Me personally, I wouldn't go after Kevin Durant. I'll go at another veteran player, Marvin Williams, guys that have been in the league for a while. Like I said, if they don't if they don't re-sign Metta World Peace, then I'll definitely sign Marvin Williams. He's a decent player. You can get Lou Dane. I mean, you can get anybody that's been in the league for like a good portion of their time that still got some game left in them. Joe Johnson. You can sign players that can help these guys develop. So you don't have to pay max money to a role player that can actually help these guys mentor them and also be there for them when they need somebody in case they get on a losing streak or something like that. I definitely would sign Hassan Whiteside. You got to keep in mind we got $66 million plus on the table. We got to spend at least 90% of that. So there's nothing wrong signing one max player and then getting a bunch of role players. So signing Hassan Whiteside is the best ordeal. Simply put. Okay, then he go on to say, all right, he said, a perfect opportunity to start over and build from the ground up. I'm not even going to really fiddle with that. I mean, you got 4 future all-star players with a couple might want to be in superstars. All you need is an interior defender to complement their game. You don't need somebody, like another small forward to take another small forward spot. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm coming at. You know what I mean? You need an interior defender who can actually do things that help them in case they get beat on defense. You know what I mean? Like if somebody get beat on the perimeter and they're going to, and the offensive player is going to the paint to score, Whiteside could be there to be the enforcer to make sure that they don't get that shot, whether it's a block, you know, or making them alter their shot, or making them rethink about coming in the paint. You need that defensive player, okay? And like I said, you know, he said build from the ground. Like I said, we got, like I said, we got 4 core players. There's no point in rebuilding from the ground up. All we need is just add pieces with what we already got. A la Golden State. What Golden State do? They draft 4 players. After the 4 players, they put role players within that. Andrew Bogut, who started center. They added players within what they already had and build from that. And what happened? 2 years straight, championships. Even though they didn't win the last championship, but they was in the finals. So let's keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Don't over-exaggerate yourself. All right, so then he said, it's not about winning or losses. It's about forming something special and protecting the core. It is about winning losses. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Luke Walton got to show results. Jim Buss got to show results. Mitch Kupchak got to show results. You know, it's a job. If I go into a job and my job is to do forklifting, and I will put 10 boxes up on that freaking on the counter before my time is up, and then I only get to put 1 up, that means that now my supervisor will come to me and say, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I want them 10 boxes up before you left. You only put 1 up. You've been slacking. I could get written up or something. So at the end of the day, getting Luke Walton is basically stating that, listen, our thing is this. Luke Walton to come in. He's a young coach with a young core of players. He's to come in to help develop the players and build with them together. All of them going to be like gelling together. So at the end of the day, it's going to benefit them. It's going to benefit them. And like I said, we want to win. We don't want to keep losing. We had 3 straight years of losing. Now is the time to win. There's no Kobe. There's no Byron Scott. There's no excuse. You know what I mean? So now we have opportunity to let them boys go wild. Like Luke Walton said, I want to let them guys have fun. And I can see the Lakers winning anywhere between 35 to 40 games next year. Yeah, I'm being biased and I'm calling it out. This is what I'm thinking if we get Hassan Whiteside, because we need an interior defender in the middle. I can see us winning that. Then he going to say, he said, Whiteside still rankle his teammates, Bosh, Wade, and Haslam. Relationship improved after Wade ripped into him 2 years ago, but things haven't gone smoothly as they could. All right, coach. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a couple articles, and I'm gonna read a couple articles about, you know, some of the Miami Heat players. First, I'm gonna start with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was big about Hassan Whiteside becoming Defensive Player of the Year, and then, he said this. He said, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. All right, he said this. He said, this is what Dwayne Wade said. He said he is going to different levels that a lot of people haven't seen. Wade said that Defensive Player of the Year conversation need to be had. His impact on the game is that big and that good. I am happy for the way he is getting better and better with his maturity. And obviously, his basketball game and his talent are really going to another level. His maturity has really taken him to another level. In my eyes, looking around the league, he is Defensive Player of the Year. Why would Wade say this? Think about it, man. I mean, why would he say this? If Hassan Whiteside is going to be a problem, why would he say this? Yeah, when he came in the league, you know, yeah, I mean, shucks, man. The development, learning, understanding, it's going to take time. You know what I mean? Think about it. He traveled around the D-League and overseas and all that. Miami gave him an opportunity. So, yeah, Wade going to be hard on because Wade is what you call a mentor to help him develop. So he can use that same the mentality that he got from Wade and bring it over to LA and help these young guys develop as well. So that's what people fail to realize. You can take that in stride and say, you know what, I learned from Wade, Bosh, and all of them. Now I'm going to come over in LA and do the exact same thing for the young core to help them young guys develop. And I'm going to go with Udonis. Udonis Haslam. Now Haslam said he came out and on one report, he said Whiteside that he should realize, he said first, he said Udonis Haslam tell Hassan Whiteside that he should realize how fortunate he is and that he should still return the favor to the East by showing his loyalty as he himself did. And then he go out on Twitter and he said, the team that gave you a chance when nobody else did, for me, it would be a no-brainer. Basically about Whiteside making the choice to come back to Miami. If Miami wasn't so big on this guy, why would he make him priority? Think about it. You know what I mean? Think about it. Come on, man. If he's that bad, why would they make him the priority? You know what I mean? So, and then I'm going to read something else. This is from Bleacher Report. You know what I mean? And what Bleacher Report said, when Chris Bosh went down after the All-Star break, when Chris Bosh went down, right, this is what happened. He said, but without Bosh, and I'm just reading reading some of the information. But without Bosh, the Heat are somehow playing their best basketball of the season. The 800 win percentage since the All-Star break trails only the San Antonio Spurs and Miami. plus 8.2 net efficiency rating, check in 3rd overall. As those closer to the situation for the key to this turnaround, and they point their stats sheet stuffing bench big, talking about Hassan Whiteside. I think for this, and this is the Wade again, I think for this team, he has been our best player since the All-Star break. Dwayne Wade said about Whiteside. A lot of credit goes to him for us even being in a position where we have won however many we have won since the break. He has been our best player along the way, and obviously everyone has contributed in their own right, but I think consistently he has led us. The dude, after the All-Star break, what people fail to realize, the dude was averaging 18 points, 15 boards, and 4 blocks, and he helped them propel to get them in the playoff when Chris Bosh went down. The biggest problem was that him and Chris Bosh didn't gel together at the beginning of the season. Once he got comfortable with the Dragic, once he got comfortable with him on the pick and roll and all that, Hassan Whiteside has become more of a favorable player. His maturity level, everything stepped up. And I'm going to actually do another video on this article I just read because it's real deep and it's real long. And I'm going to give you the reason why Miami is so big on re-signing Hassan Whiteside. Now, everybody keep in mind, this dude only played 29 minutes. He was coming off the bench. He only started 70-something games in his 2 years career in Miami. 70-something games in his 2 years in Miami. And at the end of the day, he still wound up being third in the voting for Defensive Player of the Year. Also, they said that he 36 assists. Like I said, he's a pick and roll player. He's a utility player. He doesn't get the ball. He doesn't call for the ball. He's like the 5th option on Miami. Then he got down. He said he chases blocks, foul trouble dramatically, reduce his impact on a possession-by-possession basics. All right, okay, keep this in mind. If you're a blocker and your name is, you're not at superstar level, what I mean by name-wise, yeah, you're going to get a lot of fouls called towards you because no one, that's what you do. You chase after the blocks. You know, you're trying to get blocked because you're a defensive player. So it's not about him stat stuffing. It's more about him playing defense. I mean, people need to come out of that stat stuffing stuff. Everybody's not about stat stuffing. People just basically want to win. And he's a good defensive player. And people fail to realize that because they get caught up in these stats and be like, man, you know, he does this. He doing this because he want to boost up his stat. No, the dude, like I said, after the All-Star break, Miami became a new team based on Hassan Whiteside playing tremendous defense. And people overlooked that. All right. Then he said sacrifice touches in a losing situation. Talking about if he come to LA and be losing, he would have to sacrifice touches. Like I said before, he's a utility player. He doesn't look to get the ball. He even said himself, I come in to do my job. That's block and rebound and play D. He ain't said about the ball. He said, whatever the coach want me to do, I'm here to do it. Exactly what he said. So there's nothing wrong with that. All right, and he said Miami was better defensive. Miami was a better defensive rebound team while he was on the bench. That's doing before the All-Star break. And also, this guy failed to realize if you look at his offensive rebound, he was #1 ranked in the offensive rebound for Miami. When he was on the floor, it was a plus when he was on the floor for offensive rebound. So it gave Miami extra chances to score. You failed to miss that, my friend. Yeah, you know, like I said, a lot of things you're looking at is basically before the All-Star break. You know what I mean? Then he say play beside a stretch 4 in Ingram. An overall pick is still a few years away from playing that position, especially on defense. Ingram is a small forward, dude. I mean, come on, man. That's what we got Julius Randle for. You just say build around the core players, so why would you want Ingram to play in stretch 4? Then where Julius Randle going to go? You know what I mean? So you telling me that you basically saying Julius Randle go out the door or we can run small ball? When Luke Walton said we're not ready for small ball, I think Luke Walton going to run a more of a traditional type of triangle motion offense with pick and rolls, mostly using towards Hassan Whiteside and getting Ingram involved more. All right. These LA spacing will be brutal with him and Randall White, which could hurt the development of Russell, Clarkson, and Ingram. I already discussed that. Like I said, once Randall get his little 10-15 foot jumper down, it's not going to hurt them at all. He said Graham Noah instead. I do not disagree with this, but I don't say Graham Noah instead. I said Noah is our second option, only because due to injuries. Like I said, 2 years in a row, this man was injury prone. Do you waste money like that? You really think Joakim Noah is going to come here for $15 million? Come on, man. Freaking Washington just try to offer him $120 million. Come on, I mean, think about it, dude. He going to want a max. If Washington going to throw that at him, why is not everybody else? And he said, you know, get Fetus Azili, Bismack Biyombo, Cole, and Aldridge. Didn't he destroy Bismack Biyombo in the playoff? When he went down, Biyombo went off because they had Winslow playing center. And then he said, So he had Winslow playing center. I'm not going to address no more of that. Like I said today, you know, he's just being biased. He's not looking at everything else. He's not putting everything on the table. It's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And tell me, does Whiteside, so the Lakers focus on getting Whiteside, or they just avoid him altogether? And whatever you base your comment on, I'm going to make a video based on your comments. With that being said, it's your man. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day.